Please help me welcome Mr. Bryan Rush.
Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Okay, I have been sent from the year 1982. AD. I have been sent from the 1900s to be in this very gym, at this very time, on this very day, for these very graduates. The first thing I would like you to do is stand up on your feet. All the graduates, real quick, okay? What I would like you to do on the count of 3 is give your parents, your community members, your administrators, and your family that put up with your crazy self a huge round of applause, but not a regular one. I need you to cheer like they just hit the game-winning shot, okay? Here's why. They have paid for you, they have prayed for you, they have spent money on you, they have studied with you, they have bought a house, paid bills for you, put up with Mondays and crazy coworkers, and bought cleats and overpriced school pictures and jackets and rings. They bought books, dunks, Takis, cell phones, instruments, braces, foods, eggs, hair gel, Crocs, hospital bills, and even cars. On the count of 3, we need to give it up for them. 1 and 2 and 3. Give it up. Yes. Thank you. Respect and honor, respect and honor, respect and honor. You may have your seat, parents. I'm going to keep them busy for about the next 10 or 12 minutes. If one of you wants to sneak out and go change the locks on the doors, hurry up before they figure out what's going on. Okay, you've got about 10 minutes left, so hurry up and make that happen. My dad told me, son, when you graduate, I'm gonna get you a set of luggage and a one-way ticket to wherever you wanna go. I said, good one, Dad, and I laughed. He did not. Okay? That joker was serious. One of us had to get up, rise and rise again, and get moving. Okay? I love the fact that Crocker's mascot is the Lions. Let me tell you about one of my favorite movies. It's in my top 10 GOAT movies of all time, The Lion King. Dude, it's such a good movie. But I would encourage you to take a second look at the movie. I've got a suggestion. Simba should have eaten Timon and Pumbaa. Hear me out, hear me out, hear me out. Timon and Pumbaa convinced a lion to eat worms. They convinced someone who had a rightful responsibility to be the king of lions. They convinced him to be a vegetarian. Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, what more evidence do you need? They convinced him to be a vegetarian. Clearly the villains. Sometimes the people that are around us, they're the worst thing for us. Warning, beware of the comfortable, shiny shackles of self-pity, comfort, and entertainment. They get you off of your destiny of being the lion that you're supposed to be. There's a great saying that's going to be the theme of today. There's going to be one theme and 3 points. All right, the movie is kind of mid, but the quote is amazing. The quote is, rise and rise again until lambs become lions. Okay, it feels good to say. You guys want to try it on? Okay, it's totally free and it's gluten-free. So on the count of 3, we're all going to say, rise and rise again until lambs become lions. Here we go. 1, 2, and 3. Rise and rise again until lambs become lions. Okay, one more time. Rise and rise again until lambs become lions. Now for the rest of this talk, we're going to split it in half. I'm going to say rise and rise again, and you're going to say until lambs become lions. Let's test it. Let's test it. Rise and rise again. Okay, all right, we're in the smart class. I love it. I'm happy. I'm happy. I am very, very happy. Okay, there are 3 moves that I have observed that people must do to fulfill their destiny and become the lion that they're supposed to be. The biggest question I had 25 years ago, I cannot believe it. 25 years ago when I was graduating was, what in the world am I supposed to do now? There are 3 things that I've observed that when people do these, they rise and they fulfill their destiny. The first thing is we must be able to move like a lion. Lions move, they physically move. That's point number 1. I have never seen a zebra walk up to a lion and put its neck in the lion's mouth. I have never seen a gazelle said, "Hey, lion, you look awfully hungry. Let me lay down and take a little slice of my thigh. You seem hungry." No, the lion wakes up, they stretch, they yawn, they stretch out their little lion paws, and they get to step. They get moving forward. They seek out opportunity. The first thing we have to do to be the lion that we're supposed to be is to be willing to move. Sometimes the current environment that you are in, it doesn't have enough opportunity. Like my father told me, one of us has to roll. In your life, be willing to relocate towards opportunity and relocate away from comfort, away from self-pity, and away from too much entertainment. And if you can't physically relocate, be willing to move your environment. I got here in 2004 this time, and my neighbor told me Missouri grows rocks. How many of you can attest to that? Missouri grows rocks. I thought he was joking at first, but Missouri grows rocks. Sometimes if you can't physically move, you've got to move your environment to make it more productive. You've got to take the rocks up and throw them away. You've got to move the weeds. You've got to till the ground. You've got to plant the soil and the seeds and the watering until your current environment becomes productive. The first point is, to become the lion that you are destined to be, something has to move. Rise and rise again. Okay, rise and rise again until... Excellent. The second point is, you must be willing to socially move. Look to your left and your right real quick. Do it real quick. Lions socially move on from old friends to new friends. I spent so much time worrying about impressing people in my high school. After I graduated, I never saw most of them, not time again. And I did say I'm from South Carolina, forgive me. Sometimes you have to change your friends and mentors to be the best lion you can be. The saying goes, show me your friends and I'll show you your future. Ask yourself right now, are my current friends equipped to get me to the future that I dream of? If they're not, you got to get new friends. Just the other day, I drove halfway across the state, about 3 hours, to sit with a gentleman who could mentor me in an area that I needed to be taught. I had to leave my current friends around here to go get around this person so they can teach me. So be willing to change the table that you're sitting in to be around people who can pour into your life, emotionally, mentally, spiritually, and physically. Now I do have a caveat. Listen. You are allowed one dumb friend. You're allowed one dumb friend, right? Okay? And think about it. Some of you are like, I really don't have any dumb friends. Well, that might mean you're the... Just think about it. Hey, if they don't get it, just let them ride. Just let them ride. Okay? You are allowed to have one dumb friend, and here's why. For entertainment purposes and secondhand life lessons. Okay? Entertainment and secondhand life lessons. No more than one, or they will throw off your ratio, and your brain will get to thinking that's normal. All right? One dumb friend. However, you do want to be the dumb friend. If you are, you have surrounded yourself by people smarter than you, wiser than you, and further along in life that can pour into you. I love surrounding myself with people who I think are brilliant so I can learn from them. Some of that stuff's got to rub off on me, right? And Simba, whenever he was hanging out with Timon and Pumbaa, he was with the wrong friends. They were singing and dancing and being lazy and eating worms, but they were keeping him away from his God-given destiny. Until Nala came around. It's funny how women influence us like that. Nala comes around and says, Simba, what are you doing? You are supposed to be the king of our pride. You have got to leave those friends and you have to come with me. She said, you've got to leave those old friends and we've got to go back here because you have to fulfill your destiny. He was in a place where he was not producing, and he had to rise. Rise and rise again until lambs become lions. The third and final things that the people that I've observed that are successful do to become the lion they're supposed to be is they have to move their mindset. The first is moving physically. The second is moving socially. The third is moving their mindset. Simba had to change the way he thought about himself and about challenges he faced to fulfill his purpose and become king. You must continue to move upward in your mindset, knowledge, and wisdom. This had better not be the last certificate you earn. You have to continue to move forward and upward. Don't rest on yesterday's wins. You have to put on a mindset that you have learned, that you can learn new things because you have learned new things. Now let's think about it. You went to K4 and K5 and you learned new things. And you went to first and second grade and you learned new things, and third and fourth and fifth and sixth and seventh, and you made it all the way to here. Mine was more like 8th and then 9th and then 10th and then 10th and then 10th and then 10th. But I finally learned, right? So you've proven already that you can learn new things. Lions move because they first believe in their mind that they are capable of running down and catching an opportunity. Always believe that you can seize an opportunity and that you are capable. Always believe that opportunity is out there and it's worth pursuing. Don't think because you start in a small town or in a small family or with small beginnings that you should think small or have poor thinking. Lions believe that they can, and lions believe that there is opportunity out there. They just believe every day will bring them opportunity and they are capable of catching it. Move your mindset from self-doubt to self-belief and defiant optimism. Defiant optimism. Even when it's not exciting, even when it's scary, I challenge you, I beg you, I ask you, I implore you, maintain a mindset of defiant optimism. I can. Rise and rise again until lambs become lions. Sometimes others believe in you when you can't see it. Let them pour confidence and optimism into you until you act in the same fashion. Sometimes you have to change your friends and mentors, and sometimes you have to change your mindset. There are people that believe in you, you don't even know it. Over the last month, I went to different places in Crocker. I talked to Miss Kay at Town and Country. She said if she could say anything to you, it would be prepare for being older. Time goes fast. Save your money. Work hard. But don't think it's 20 miles away. Somebody's going to hit the fast forward button on your life, and you're going to be 20 before you know it, 25 before you blink, and 30 and in shock. Okay? I talked to Brittany at the Brew. I talked to Mr. Bernard at Crocker Christian. They said there's something special about Crocker. When someone is in need, they come together. He said we're a town that comes together. If they need prayer, we pray for them. If they need financial support, we donate. This town is special. I talked to the owner of Keynote Construction, and he said there's something special about this place. I left and I came back. Tell them don't be afraid to chase opportunities. And then much earlier on in the year, Miss Burton, she's a genius for this one, she invited me to something called the Kendi 500. She said, join me. We walked down this area hall, we took a right, and I posted up at the corner. It was it kindergartners? It was kindergartners, and they had on their little car outfits. And the upperclassmen lined the hallways, and they were walking by and they were cheering for them. Let me tell you what they saw in you. They looked at you like you were 10 feet tall. They looked at you like you were their greatest hero. Of all the people who have faith in you, do not let it down. You have a responsibility to rise. You have an opportunity to rise. And I think you will. Rise and rise again. So, when you are the old guy on stage talking to new, fresh high school graduates, and when you have had success in a family and you've done life well, I want you to look back and reach back. Maybe look to someone who is not as far along as you are. I want you to take a knee. And maybe they're hurt, or maybe they don't think they can, or maybe they think, well, I was born in poverty or a single parent home. This is the best I can do. I want you to kneel down and whisper to them, this is not the end. This is just the beginning. Rise and rise again. That's all I have for this time. And until next time, connect, inspire, and win.